Looks like we're at the final human showing up.
He's a Devils fan. He's not human. It's Thursday. You know what time it is. Time for the hottest wrestling podcast on the planet. Beyond the Barricade with your hosts, Dollar Bill, the Cleaner, and the Brain. Let's get started.
All right, this has been an eventful week for wrestling, hasn't it?
Indeed, it
Yes, it
has.
has.
Goodness, we just had Backlash. We had an intense AEW event, and even NXT kicked up a notch.
Indeed.
So
So, what do you gentlemen want to talk about first?
Let's start off with Backlash.
Chronological order.
Yeah. We had some good matches on Backlash, and then we had a couple matches that made absolutely no sense. And I'll tell you the one that I really think made absolutely no sense was the Seth Rollins versus Omos match. There was no real build-up, no real story behind it, other than Omos and MVP coming out and interrupting one of Seth Rollins' promos. There was absolutely no reason for that match to happen. And even though it did happen, I think they dropped the ball with having Omos lose that match. Because he lost at WrestleMania to Brock. That was almost a given.
Yeah.
But you need to start trying to build this guy back up, and having him lose again to Seth Rollins at another pay-per-view isn't doing his career any good.
Yes. I mean, we're even talking about a company, though. I remember Bray Wyatt had talked about when he was continuously losing as a heel, he was told that, losing wouldn't hurt that much, but we see what happened with that. So, you don't want this situation to happen again with Omos. Because he's starting to get, I see him online, very popular with the internet community. So, you don't want to hurt him that bad, especially in a pointless match.
Exactly.
Yeah, it always goes back to the point of when does losing elevate you?
Hey, Will, you there?
Yeah, hold on, you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
You hear me now?
Did John freeze?
Oh, I think John froze.
Yeah, I think that's on his side.
I guess John became Jon Snow.
Russians must have got him.
Again? Those knuckleheads.
Wait, Jon Snow's Game of Thrones, right?
Yeah, I just made that joke because of snow.
I'm thinking of Edward Snowden, the CIA guy that went to Russia.
You never know. It could be the same thing sometimes. It's like, you know how the brain is. The more he talks, the more trouble we get. Oh, we lost them. Oh, we lost them.
Oh no.
The Russians did get him, so
yeah, Putin took him out.
Yeah. Talk about a run-in.
Yeah. No, WWE said no. You can't talk bad about Seth Rollins.
No, hold on a second. He's coming back. He's coming back. I'm keeping this. You there?
Oh, if you are, yeah, we can keep this in.
Yeah. I don't know what the hell happened. I just lost my connection real quick.
We say he got kidnapped by the Russians.
I think it was the North Koreans.
You talk trash. You talk trash about Omos, so Vince is like, "Nah, man, you can't talk trash about that."
So,
Jesus Christ, the power play is still going on. Oh, sorry, I'm talking to myself.
What's going on?
You know what they say about people who talk to themselves? Either they got money in the bank or they're crazy. And I know you ain't got money in the bank. I know you too long.
But I'm crazy though, so it don't matter. Is he all right? Cleaner? Uh-oh.
I'm sorry about that.
I'm gonna say, like,
I think he's watching the last of the Devil season.
Yeah, they just lost in overtime.
Boo.
Ouch. Sorry, bro.
Sorry, man.
No, okay. I mean, it's all right.
Oh, great.
This was an amazing season. Yeah.
Let's do
All
it
right,
So
more.
so
let's
yeah,
talk.
let's pick up where we
So
left off.
well, no, because then the Russians will take you again.
We'll take the chance.
Yeah, we'll take a chance.
We'll take the chance.
All right, so all right, we're done talking about almost then. So
Yeah, he didn't have much going on, unfortunately.
yeah, exactly. Next match I actually enjoyed, but I think that the WWE dropped the ball on was the SmackDown Women's Championship. Rhea Ripley versus Zelina Vega.
Oh yeah.
The pop that Zelina got was absolutely insane.
Oh yeah. Like they were just on fire.
Yeah,
Whoa.
the WWE dropped the ball with regards to the title on that one.
I will say
Even if it
this.
was just for a couple of days, giving it
Oh
to
yeah,
Zelina at an event in Puerto Rico with her Puerto Rican heritage, her entire family there, would have been an absolutely perfect scenario.
I will say this.
Yeah.
If
I'm with
Cody
you.
doesn't win at Mania, I don't think Zelina should have won at Backlash. Well, here come the Russians for me now. Oh no, but
They
don't
really don't
worry.
want us to talk about
No, I think
backlash.
for you, I think it's the Cubans.
Hey, listen, let's
Here we
not
go.
have a Bruiser Brody situation, okay? We don't need that.
But yeah, no. Just get back to what I was saying. I think if Cody doesn't win at Mania, I don't think Zelina should have won at Backlash. That crowd was a little bit special because it was an international crowd, their first televised show in how many years?
18
So
years.
yeah,
Literally.
so I think the last one was New Year's Revolution 2005. So I'm not gonna say that it was a bad decision. I'll tell you what, it was a star-making opportunity for Zelina.
Mm, that's
I
my
agree,
thought
and
on it.
that's why I believe that the WWE dropped the ball.
Let me go into this two things. First off, I've always been understanding that you don't always have to win the title just to get over with the crowd. Especially if they just gave the title, then you'd have to pretty much plan out something else again. It's almost like hot shotting, and hot shotting doesn't always work. We've seen that in the past with other shows where if they hot shot the top back and forth, it really just loses value. Number one. Number two, there was really no storyline going on with Rhea and Zelina. It was just a match. So if Zelina won the title, then what you'd have to pretty much write a whole story, like write a whole new story, because I think right now they're still working on Rhea's story is going on as well. So it just kind of like doing plans last minute, just to appease for a couple of moments. They gotta think long term. So I
Mhm.
kind of agree that in this case, the title, the right call was made. However, I do think because of this reaction, that should give WWE more reason to elevate and to promote Zelina more, like get her more involved in storylines. Because hell, we'll go back to for a movie. Rocky didn't win the first time, but you saw the crowd reaction. So this guy, they started something
Okay,
here. Now they can build on it. It's like, yeah, he didn't win the
I
title,
can
but
go
she
with that.
can go.
I can go with that.
Yeah, build on that story, man.
Yeah, no, I could agree with that.
Yeah.
So, one thing I want to touch up on is that first match. Wasn't there a match before the Raw Women's title, I believe, with Bianca Belair?
Yes,
Yes.
and the Io
Um,
Sky.
yes. I just want to talk about how now, you know, WWE is not very good at booking their baby faces because now only in a year we see now Bianca Belair not having the same reactions she did a year or even 2 years ago.
Yeah, point there.
And I know Io Sky was very heavily cheered.
Yes, she was,
Yeah, another
which was
surprise
really
pop.
shocking.
Yeah, and I believe, honestly believe she's one of the best female wrestlers of any promotion out there. She's very extremely underrated.
Oh yeah,
Yes, indeed.
that's upon
And
WWE.
I believe that had there not been a little bit of outside distraction,
Mhm.
it's very possible that she could have pulled off the upset.
Yeah, no, and I believe the WWE hides a lot of her true potential.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
She was the icon of Stardom. So I can't say anything bad about Io.
Not at
And
all.
I
Not at all.
know Io Shirai, she's going to eventually be a champion, no matter what company she's in.
Yeah.
I can definitely see that.
Yeah. The WWE's writing is kind of always somewhat weird at times because we know her wrestling abilities, we know of her capabilities, but it always
Hmm.
seems like when it comes to especially from the outside, the WWE always wants to try to remold them into what they feel is a superstar, and it can work sometimes, and it can fall on their face. And unfortunately, I hate to say this, it's going to sound odd, but
Hmm.
I've noticed they've been doing that a lot with mostly the Japanese wrestlers. With the
Yeah.
exception of Asuka is like very few exceptions, but the majority of them they kind of get on the short end of the stick.
No, yeah.
Yes, they do. Definitely.
Yeah,
Because
Perfect example of that, Shinsuke.
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Shinsuke is freaking
Shinsuke is the primary example of them shortchanging the Japanese wrestlers.
yeah.
hmm
And, he's a big reason why I'm a fan of New Japan. I would stay up till 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning just to watch him wrestle and to see John. We were there at Backlash 2018. It
Oh,
ended.
that
His match with AJ Styles ended in a
double
double
count
count
out.
out.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
they kicked each other in the balls.
yeah.
It's still kind of
And
BS though.
no, it's
Yeah,
BS, and it actually legitimately hurt me because I
they were
watched.
having a great match.
They had an amazing match at Wrestle Kingdom 10. Like I remember, I still to this day just remember how amazed I was at that match, and to actually get to see that live and to end it to the whole match how it was, that was not a good show, and especially that match. I was so looking forward to that match,
Yeah,
and it sucked how it ended up.
It
yeah, it
did.
did.
It did. I mean, especially if you were to take that Wrestle Kingdom match and put it side by side with a Backlash match, you'll definitely notice the different styles in the booking and the
Yeah,
pacing, and it's gonna
Hmm.
it makes you question. You know,
yeah, it does.
remind me we got to post that in the Facebook group that match. We can find it.
Yeah. Oh my
Oh,
God. Yeah.
Yeah, the rest
Backlash 2018.
the back the I was actually thinking about the Wrestle Kingdom match just so you can
Oh,
see the
absolutely. We
potential.
got to put
Yeah,
that up.
Yeah. It might be actually
I'm sure the
on.
cleaner will find that match in a heartbeat.
Yeah,
oh
it's
yeah,
it's probably on the New Japan English website.
definitely give it a shot, find that and post it. So our fans can
Yeah,
check it out and see what
yeah,
the hell we're
definitely.
talking about.
Now let's finish up Backlash with Cody and Brock. That
Uh,
was a that was a banger of a match.
I mean, before we talk about that, I think we should talk about at least the Bad Bunny
Oh
because
yes, the street
Yes,
fight.
we're
yeah,
talking about.
That was an absolute uh, that was an absolute mauling on both ends.
I know how good Logan Paul looks, but I will say this: I don't think there's a better celebrity wrestler in the history of wrestling than Bad Bunny. He legitimately trains so hard for wrestling when he's one of the top musicians in the world. He
Yeah,
trains
yeah.
so hard
he's
for wrestling. He takes it so seriously, so much respect for it. You know, it's so good. And he had an amazing match. It was a singles
yeah,
match too,
Yeah,
you
yeah, it
know,
was.
singles
and
match.
it was in a
San Juan
very
street
amazing
fight.
match.
Yeah,
Yes.
and the pacing and everything worked, and even the run-ins, the interferences. I mean, did you hear freaking Carlito his pop?
Yeah.
Oh
Oh
my
yeah.
God. What about Savio?
Savio had a
Savio
great
Another
came
one
out.
one.
too. I was not expecting Savio. Like,
Yeah.
I was like,
And you know what
what?
the
You knew
thing,
you knew he was there because he came into the locker room, talked to Bad Bunny before
Right,
as one of the little
yeah.
vignettes
And
in between matches.
Still like, boom.
Carlito was gonna get an amazing pop because he is the son of Puerto Rico's greatest wrestler of all time, Carlos
hmm
Hmm.
Colon.
Yes.
So yeah, so of course Carlito was gonna get a very big pop, and one thing I like, he said he tweeted out, "Oh, my indie booking fee just went up."
Yeah, I saw that. That is great.
That's perfect. That's perfect.
Yeah, he just went from $50 and a hamburger to $100 and 2 hot dogs.
Yeah, 2 New York hot dogs.
Nueva York.
Two Italian hot dogs.
God.
Oh shit!
Yeah, but he looked great. He looks
He
really
looks
great.
good.
He
No,
looks
He looks
he's
better
a
jacked.
now than back then. I'm gonna say
yes,
that.
no,
Yeah,
no, he looks way
he's
better now.
jacked up a bit.
But
He's
toned though. He's not just jacked, but
Yeah,
toned.
yeah.
yeah.
I think he's the same size. He's just a lot more toned. And there's a
Yeah.
lot more definition.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
but yeah, no, that was very cool to see.
A
Savio, on the
musician.
other hand, is put on a little bit of weight, but he can still move.
Yeah, no,
He could still lay out the chops.
and
Mhm.
he got that kick up there, man.
Yeah, he
For
did.
somebody his age, you don't expect that.
No,
No.
not at all.
Don't underestimate him because of his weight.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Don't
he may be a
underestimate him.
big boy, but he's still flexible enough to get a kick that high up in the head.
yeah,
Amen to that. Amen to that, my brother.
And of course, if you have to have the rest of the LWO come out and finish the job.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. And I love that. I love how the LWO back then was more of a Mexican thing, and now it's turned to like a little more Puerto Rican.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah. Puerto Rican, Mexican,
Yeah,
anybody.
yeah. It's a lot more
And did you see the
representative.
confusion on Dominic and Finn Balor's face when they heard the music?
I'll tell you
Did you
what,
see
there's confusion
the
on my
absolute
face.
confusion?
Mm-hmm.
There was confusion on my face. I was not expecting Carlito.
No, I wasn't either.
Yeah,
I
I
had a
Mind
wasn't.
you,
feeling
I was-
Savio would make a run in somewhere along the line to help, but
yeah.
I never expected Carlito,
Mind you,
and
this
I'm
is
glad he showed
actually
up because I
this is
actually enjoyed watching Carlito when he was in the WWE.
oh yeah, me too. Me
Mm.
too. He was a very good at the one thing I remember from him the most is probably that tag team with Chris Masters.
Oh
Yes.
wow, that's going way back.
Speaking of which, Chris Masters has been saying that he's looking for a return.
He's in very good shape. I know he's done some
Hmm.
work with the NWA.
Yeah, I know.
Mm.
He's still in very
He's
good
looking.
shape.
He was actually looking for a Royal Rumble invitation this year.
That would be so bad.
Maybe
Just
next year. Maybe
Yeah,
next
maybe,
year.
maybe next year.
maybe bring him out for a run
Maybe
and have
Carlito
5 minutes.
and Chris Masters will be back next year.
Yeah.
Hey, WB, book it. That's actually a good idea.
Exactly.
Book it.
Exactly.
Book it. You got the crowd there. That works.
Now let's get to
The
Cody
main
and
event.
Brock.
The main
Yeah.
event.
I'll tell you what, Brock got some color.
Oh,
He
he went
Brock?
face first into the exposed steel of the turnbuckle. He didn't hit the ring. He hit the thing that holds the ring. That's what
yeah.
busted him open.
But I tell you what, that little if you see on the next night, he has like
Yep.
it really looks like a little scar, but
Yeah.
with a couple of stitches, not a lot. But man, he had a whole red face. I was not
He
expecting
had
that.
the proverbial crimson mask.
Yes, the
Yep.
Crimson Mask.
Legit too.
Yeah.
So what I want to know is how do you guys feel about the roll up finish?
Oh, with Cody doing the roll up while he's in the
Yeah,
Kimura.
yeah.
You know what? I actually like
Clever.
it.
Clever.
Because how I
It's been
am,
done before
yeah.
and it works.
I
Yeah.
think it works in the right situation. Like you look at when Cody, because I'll tell you what, Cody, especially in these last like 4 or 5 years, has had a lot of roll up finishes. So Cody, like one roll up finish that comes to mind that worked was All In when he won the NWA title. He won on a simple roll up, and the crowd popped hard.
Yeah.
This, like, I feel like in the situation, it's weird because personally, I don't think I would have done it. But then again, there's the situation of this is the only way that Cody can get a clean pinfall victory without making Brock look bad.
Right.
So maybe in the end it was truly the best decision.
Yeah.
Yes, because that's yeah. That's a good point. It's a good finish because you're not taking away anybody's power and ability. You just said Cody won by using smarts the first time.
Yeah.
Back again. Now, how he's going to beat Brock in the next match, the next time?
I believe they're still gonna be facing off against each other.
Right. It's just now what's because
Yeah.
Brock's going to know that's like, okay, what are you going to do this time?
If you don't
Yeah.
mind me asking, what's the next show?
Night of
Uh,
Champions.
That's in Saudi, right?
That's in Saudi. Yeah. That's on the
uh,
27th. The next day you got Battleground and All In
whoa, that's
on
a
May
wrestling thing.
28th,
Hey, Memorial Day
No,
wrestling.
Memorial Day weekend.
no. In May it's Double or Nothing.
Oh, it's Double or Nothing in
Yeah.
May? Okay,
Yes.
that's right.
So
All In is in June.
no, it's in August.
August?
So here's actually the rumor that I've heard. I've heard that All In is going to be a streaming event on whatever the Warner Brothers streaming platform is going to be.
Oh, that's
Then
right.
the very next week on pay-per-view is going to be All Out.
So they're doing two pay-per-views.
I I don't know if I could call. See, I don't know if because All In supposedly not is not going to be on pay-per-view. It's going to be exclusive to the Warner Brothers streaming.
Right, because All In is the one at Wembley. All Out.
Yes, is most likely going to be Chicago, but I've heard rumors that they have been thinking about looking elsewhere for All Out. So like I don't know if they're going to do All In and then run like the Northeast because I
Hmm.
know now they're starting to book bigger stadium shows or bigger arenas. So like Washington, they're going back to the Capital One Arena, which was the site for the first Dynamite where the Washington Capitals play. And I know in June they're going to TD North, Boston Garden.
Ooh,
Let's see.
that's gonna be a good one.
Yeah. So like they haven't technically announced All Out yet.
Hey, Vinny, you taking a trip to Boston?
Um, hey, I would
Only
go.
if the Yankees are up there too, right?
I've been to Fenway.
Yeah.
It's
By the way,
yeah,
it's the other way around. It's All In, then All Out.
That's what we said.
yeah. That's what
I,
I thought I said.
yeah, I thought you said the other way around. My
No,
mistake.
no, it's okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, like so it hasn't been announced, but the only like terms of confirmation has been the legal officer for AEW has said
Okay.
All Out is going to happen the week after. They haven't said anything about distribution.
Nah, we know it's
All right.
the
Yeah,
most
we got
popular
plenty of time to
location.
worry about that.
Yeah.
Oh, and of
Yeah.
course, we forgot about the pay-per-view after Double or Nothing.
Oh yes. Entire June. That yeah, June AEW is running all Canada shows. They're gonna do
Forbidden
a
Door
whole tour of
too.
Canada, and it's gonna end with Forbidden Door.
Two.
I was about to
Two.
call it War of the Worlds. Yes, Forbidden Door 2. I was about to
Yes.
call it War of the Worlds, which was the old Ring of Honor New Japan tour.
Mm,
Right.
But
So
there's actually supposedly one person already booked for All In. Will
Will
Ospreay.
Ospreay.
Yes.
no wonder
Great.
tickets went up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a great signing for the show. That
Yeah.
Oh
is
yeah.
an absolutely phenomenal signing for the show.
Oh,
And it's
he's
gonna
gonna.
be huge. Yeah,
Yeah.
because there's probably no bigger British wrestler right now than Will Ospreay.
Absolutely not.
Not
Absolutely
even
not.
I
Oh,
wouldn't even say Drew McIntyre is bigger than Will Ospreay right now.
Yeah, definitely not.
to the hardcore fans,
So
no, it's Osprey. All right,
Yeah.
it is
yeah,
Osprey.
yeah. So let's move on to NXT.
NXT, folks.
We had some call-ups and they all started this week. If they didn't already start, they're going to start tomorrow. The ones that got called up for SmackDown are starting tomorrow. The ones who started on Raw started on Monday. Indy Hartwell last week laid the title in the ring, and all hell broke loose. Just about every woman on the roster came out and started fighting, trying to grab that belt.
Damn.
So now they have a tournament going on that's going to be settled with the finals being at Battleground.
I will say this. I think that the main roster creative and NXT creative need to have a little more interaction with each other, because I think it's really stupid that someone as talented and as deserving as Indy Hartwell wins the NXT championship and only a couple of weeks later have to um give it up due to a call up. I think that's very stupid. I think that's disrespectful
Hmm.
to Indy, because this is something we fight for, and you can just take it right away from her. She's been signed. She's been signed to developmental for almost 4 years now. She finally gets the NXT championship, and you just take it away from her because of a call up.
Yeah.
Um, and like if you're gonna do something like that, at least like I said, let the NXT people know so they could at least put the title on somebody they know is not gonna get called up. So,
Jeez.
I
Yeah,
mean, that's how
definitely.
I feel like it. But I know,
Well, they almost had to. They almost had to with the triple threat match, the triple threat ladder match that they had when
yeah,
Indy twisted her ankle.
okay. But I mean, still, like the injury is one thing, but
Right.
like
But
this
then
is
she came out
something.
and they went right back to the planned finish.
Yeah. Well, what I'm saying is like this is something we could have avoided. This is something we could have planned out. This was all planned,
Yeah,
not, something that we could have avoided,
Hmm.
I
or we
agree.
couldn't avoid it, I should say. Um,
So we had one guy who everybody thought was going to get called up to the main roster, and because of a Kaiser Swervy, you know, which is he didn't get called up.
Nope.
Braun Breaker
Still there.
loses the title to Carmelo Hayes, and the heel switch gets flipped.
I think they're
And
gonna run. I think they're gonna run him heel for a little bit,
yeah,
and
that's
then
the plan.
probably call him up around Money in the Bank. I wouldn't be surprised.
I think they're talking about sometime after SummerSlam, or
Yeah,
right, either maybe right before or right after SummerSlam. He'll get called up. But the heel run he's having right now, it suits him. It's suiting him very well. He's playing the heel character to a T. I mean,
yeah.
he absolutely destroyed Trick Williams this week.
Mm-hmm.
Carmelo Hayes tries to come out and make the save, and he gets absolutely laid out. Just
Damn.
he got speared into the middle of next week.
Breaker's like, nope. Boom.
Yeah,
Nope.
exactly. First he spears him through the set, then he spears him into the middle of next week.
uh,
What's next? Is he gonna spear him through a cage?
no, he's gonna spur to the next pay-per-view.
I think that's where he speared him to, the battleground. Because I think that's where they're fighting.
I can just see that he spears him through, and all of a sudden the background changes from one from NXT to Battleground. I was like, wait, we didn't finish the set yet. Damn it.
So
Uh,
yeah, we
like
had a
craziness.
NXT's got some good action going on right now.
Yeah, definitely, definitely something to watch with the crowd. Lordy, I gotta get back and catch up with that one because there's some. I've been I've been hearing results, and even sometimes like it's a little harder for me to catch on Tuesdays, but I gotta
Yeah.
catch up with it because some of the guys that are you guys all talking
Well,
about, I gotta take a closer
if
at.
you have my info for a certain app,
Oh, I have it. I
it's
have it.
there. You can catch up on it. It's recorded.
Nah, I mean, it's still on the Peacock app, right?
No,
They
it's
took it
on
off Peacock.
Sling. It's
Oh
on Sling.
wow, they took out Peacock. Oh my God, NXT's on Peacock. No.
Oh no, it's still there, but the live episodes are on Sling because I record it right off of USA.
Oh wow, weird.
So, yep.
It's all good. But yeah,
AEW, gentlemen.
Oh
Yes.
yes, our infamous AEW Dynamite. Watch the boom.
Let's go ignite. Everyone's alive in a flash of light.
But let me tell you something. I saw the last few minutes of that last night, and I
Mhm.
was like, "Oh
Yeah.
my God!"
Yeah.
Yeah, I tell you what, man, AEW makes a simple cage match feel so big and so huge nowadays.
Yeah,
And I would
and
say
then the swerve,
very big swerve.
That
the
last
swerve.
swerve, holy hellfire.
Yeah, I'm excited to see where that goes
That
because
swerve turned into a whirlpool.
there is part of me that thinks like how would AEW try to get away with Don Callis, like a life heel, a for life heel? Like, how would he work as a babyface? And you could see he wasn't really a babyface that much.
No, he played it very well. It made
He
people
did.
think he was a baby face,
Yeah.
but that man is more heel than Ric Flair.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Or Heyman. Or Heyman.
I wouldn't go that far.
Well, ooh,
Well,
Heyman
yeah.
has
Heyman's
been
been a
a
babyface just in ECW.
Heyman goes babyface or
yeah,
heel.
Heyman is a much better heel.
Exactly. That's what I was saying. Like,
Look at his Paul E. Dangerously character.
Oh yeah.
mm-hmm.
Paul E. Dangerously and the Dangerous Alliance. Him and that damn brick cell phone.
I was watching some of the old footage with that, and that made me laugh so hard.
The old Zach Morris brick cell phone.
Yeah. You know
Kids,
what's one thing I like on
Hey,
YouTube?
maybe
I don't
that's where the Saved by the Bell got it from.
do
no,
you
he
know
bought no. Paulie borrowed it from Zach Morris, not to the match.
do
And
you
maybe
know
they just sent it back and forth to each other.
do you know Peacock has a WCW Saturday night?
Yeah,
Oh, it
yeah.
does.
Because I
Yeah,
remember,
Okay.
it's all there.
because I was
Okay.
actually watching WCCW on there before.
Okay, because I was watching I'm able to watch on YouTube. They have like a whole bunch of WCW Saturday nights for
Mm.
the old studio show.
Oh God, with a small crowd. I didn't
Yeah.
realize how
Ow.
small that crowd was.
Well, I'll tell you, it's actually one of the bigger
I've
studio
seen bigger crowds
shows.
at Jersey All Pro shows.
Well,
You're
yeah.
you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
We've been
Yeah.
a part of those crowds.
Yeah, well, we've been there.
Oh, have we?
You know what I imagine is like imagine working
Hmm.
on that ring that spins because that I know that was that was one of the big features is WCW Saturday Night from Disney MGM. The ring would spin in the middle. I don't know if he did it during a match, but imagine trying to work it during a match and
Oh
it starts
God.
spinning.
Don't give Vince ideas.
Yeah, please.
No
It was
more
bad
ideas.
enough he brought out the spinner belt.
Da,
You know
da,
what? I
da,
will take
da.
that spinner belt over anything. These last two championships, the one that Rock introduced and the one that's current right now, because I can't stand these belts that are just a big WWE logo. I can't stand that.
They seem too
Yeah,
generic.
they are. They're
Generic.
way too generic.
It's
Yeah.
so like half-assed. Like
I want
that's
that Eagle belt now. Now you got me thinking. I want that Eagle belt back.
no. Give me the either the Attitude Era belt, the Big Eagle,
Yeah,
or
that
the
one.
oh okay. I thought you were talking about the Winged Eagle, the one
No,
before that.
no, no, that one.
No. Yeah, I like either the Attitude Era or the Undisputed Era. Those are my favorite two.
Mm, good stuff. I like the Undisputed one too.
I always liked the Winged Eagle.
I mean, I love the big gold, but man, I can't take this big gold that they have. This new one.
This
Like
new
Yeah, no.
it's not really a big gold.
this new generic
It's
WW belt.
Yeah.
literally the love child of Big Goldie and the WWE Universal Championship.
Yeah,
Don't
like I can't like that pisses me off that they just slap a fucking big WWE logo on it and it's like, "Oh yeah, this is it." No. And it's ugly. It's disrespectful.
yes,
Hmm
you need something more design friendly. This is just
It
Yeah.
is a
generic, too clean.
consolation prize.
I mean, I'll
Oh
tell you this.
yeah.
It is a
That's a good
participation
question.
ribbon.
I will tell you this, right?
Mhm.
Out of all those, those ugly like pentagonal championships that they have now, the best looking one was the NXT UK title. they actually put a like legitimate design in the middle of it, and it actually looks somewhat
Yes.
nice.
God.
Yes, it
But
did.
man, like I can't stand all these same looking
These
championships.
these home plate looking championships.
Yeah,
There you
yeah,
got
and
on
they all
Wish.
look the same.
You
Hmm
bought the belt on Wish. Admit it.
Yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
I do like the way the NXT titles look.
Mm.
Uh,
They look better than the main roster
yeah, they do.
championships.
They do.
Yeah. One of these
You know,
days, when we get a video set up, we're gonna do a quick episode, maybe like a quick webisode of the belts, and we see what the hell our opinions are.
Yeah,
So
oh yeah,
basically,
some of the best
yeah,
championships of all time.
we're going to break it down.
yeah.
That's a good
Break it
idea.
down.
Speaking of which, we're doing that on our page, on our Facebook
Yeah,
page.
yeah, we're in
We
the
got the
final
tournament going
bracket.
on. Yep.
Yes.
The rest of the world bracket. So I did a last minute change. I did rest of the world slash independent because when you start looking at it outside of the United States, Mexico, and Japan, there's not a whole lot of countries that do wrestling.
Nope.
No.
The only other country you would say is Europe or is Britain. But then
How
Yeah.
about
again, Britain is not as big as the other three countries.
Canada?
Not really.
They're more of American
Hmm.
promotions.
Let's not ask.
So
Yeah.
like they have small like independent promotions that don't really have a big reach outside their little region. But like anytime a big time promotion, the only big promotions there are American promotions.
Hmm.
Yeah. The ones that come up over the border
Yeah,
to do a show.
they don't have like their own big promotion.
Didn't they used to at one point?
Yeah, there
No,
used to be like one or two, and one of them was
big. Com
Stampede.
That's what I was thinking.
Well,
Stampede.
okay, yeah,
Stampede
Stampede,
Wrestling,
yeah.
the Hart family.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's but then again, if you actually look at like the little time period,
Hmm.
that's only like 5 years.
I thought it was longer, honestly.
I think it's like early 80s. It's like from I
I think it
think
was
it's
like the late 70s to like the late
yeah,
80s.
it's like
Yeah, I
78
mean,
to
it's
like
in late 80s.
84 because Vince bought him out.
Yeah.
That was one of the companies he bought out. Like I think that was one of the first companies he bought out.
Hmm
Speaking about Stampede Wrestling,
So
go back and watch on Vice. It's on the I think it's on their YouTube channel. The legend or the Tales from the Territories. Those are some good shows.
yes, yeah, I'm definitely gonna check that out.
Because they talk
So
about Stampede, they talk about um Memphis, all the good ones.
Mm, wow. And just to iterate, I just looked up Calgary Stampede. It took 3 times it went up.
Mm.
And the dates are very interesting. The first time was from 48 to 85. 48 to the first one to 84, then 85 to 89, and then 99 to 2008. That's just according to a quick search.
Really?
Yeah. I guess
That
it was.
last
interesting.
one is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
So I did see this that one of our favorite female wrestlers has hung up her boots.
Yes.
The
Um,
last Jersey All Pro Women's Champion has hung up her boots.
Whoa.
Kimber
Mephisto.
Lee. No, Lufisto's still fighting. Kimber Lee. She's one of the last Jersey All Pro Women's Champions.
Yes.
She won that at Bayonne Homecoming.
And then unfortunately lost it due to WWE signing.
Yep.
Damn. This
No,
is
Yeah,
fun.
she
yeah.
just she just
She's
she just tweeted out that she's hanging up her boots.
yeah, she had a very respectable career.
Yes, indeed.
She was I think she was one of the first real big talents to win a women's major championship or a men's major championship as a female performer. She was a Chikara Grand champion, and she
Yes.
did that before Tessa Blanchard won the Impact World title.
Wow.
hmm
So, she has broken ground over many of places. I tell you what, I remember at that Bayonne show, hell of a German suplex.
Yes.
Like, how hell we're talking about? 'Cause I didn't see that
Like,
one.
she wrestled Antisocial, and I just
Oh,
like that's the one thing I always remember from her matches. She was very good at giving German suplexes,
Yeah,
and I think a
sweet.
bridge too.
Oh,
She
with
would
the
bridge them.
bridge.
Yeah, with a
yeah.
bridge.
Nice.
So
Nice.
basically, it became like almost like a Northern Lights suplex.
Almost, yeah.
Oh, I love the Northern Light suplex.
Yeah.
I love that move. You know,
So
I love it German too, but man, it's getting common.
there
Everybody's
was
doing
some,
this.
there were some people who could really hit the German suplex really well.
Yeah, that's the style that I love watching. Like especially so today, yeah, it was before I went to work. I usually have the Fight Network on,
Mm-hmm.
and they will air like older New Japan Pro Wrestling, older TNA, even some like mid 2000 Ring of Honor. But one of the things they
Ooh.
also air is Pancrase Wrestling from the 90s.
Ooh. I haven't heard
Man,
that
that
in
is
it.
some very good technical
Damn.
I
wrestling.
haven't heard that in years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Damn.
And I forgot who one of the commentators are, but I know the other one is oh, what's his name? He has an accent. I think it's like a Brazilian accent. He's very known in the MMA world. Oh, I forgot his name. Oh man, it's gonna kill me.
Yeah.
Well, fortunately, though, we're getting low on time, so we're gonna have to
Yeah.
basically
We'll
wrap
we'll
it.
let
Yeah.
you know
We're,
next show.
Oh yeah, we
yeah,
got some
definitely.
shows. So
All right.
let's
Final
just make
thoughts,
it.
gentlemen?
We got a couple more shows to the end of the season,
Yep.
so we gotta keep
Two
that in
more
Yeah,
mind.
shows till the end of the season.
and then we're gonna have a very big last party episode.
Woo woo woo!
Yeah.
We're bringing
Season
back.
finale is going to be a Jersey All Pro Wrestling remembrance show, remembering
Woohoo!
Oh,
the impact of Fat Frank.
I thought we were remembering UWF.
Fuck
Anyway,
them.
no thanks. So, all right. With that being said, take it away.
Gentlemen, as always, too sweet.
Too
Too
sweet.
sweet. All right. At least they's got a timer. Yeah, we'll just let it die.
Yep.
We'll let it die because I can always edit it out. But I'm gonna edit everything in
And
afterwards.
now, how about
Nope.
now?
Now.
Right about now. 4 times the charm.
Boom.